there's a lot of critiques of not just this speech, but of the general economic policy coming out of the Clinton campaign that says it's in opposition to President Clinton's line, the era of big government is over. Is Hillary Clinton for the era of big government? Is she agree with the line that it should be over, or is she for bigger government to help people?
I think that the truth is that these kinds of discussions about the size of government really are besides the point. It's really about how to make the economy work for people. You don't want to have a big government that isn't working, that isn't solutions-based. But you do want to have a government that's actually helping the private sector. The private sector is where we create jobs, but the federal government, national government, state governments, local governments do help the private sector create jobs and ultimately raise wages. So I think this is a little bit of false debate, on the big government versus small government. We want an effective government that actually supports economic growth, and not just economic growth, but fairness in the economy so middle incomes rise again.
Just as a factual matter, is it right to say that a lot of what she's proposing would increase the size of the government, just factually?
Take example of profit sharing. Profit sharing is really realigning the incentives in our tax code to ensure that middle incomes employees, not just management, but workers benefit from profitable firms. And that's not really government mandating. It doesn't increase the size. It's really a way in which you can create incentives. So I think this focus on big government, small government is kind of besides the point.
All right, I'm going to move on, although you chose one of the provisions that isn't about expanding the government. I still think there are a lot in there that do expand the government. But let me move on.